this recipe, you're gonna need the unprepared masa, not the one that's already finished. Pork fat, some chicken bullion, the little husk things, and New Mexico and Guajillo chiles, and whatever type of pork you're gonna use, or whatever type you're gonna make. We're gonna make pork and jalapeno with cheese. And we need onion and we need garlic. You're also gonna need a molcajete. So, some water to make your broth, some bay leaves, some oregano, some pepper, cumin.
These are homes I told you.
You're not even in it.
To get my
Okay, she's cutting them in like these type of cubes, because I don't like cutting meat. Okay, chop all the meat up. Make sure you put the bone in there too so you can get a good broth. And you're gonna put a bunch of oregano and like 2 teaspoons of salt, pepper, a couple of bay leaves, and then cover it with water and bring it to a boil. Once it boils, then cover it. I forgot to put onions and garlic. I mean, there's all the flavor. How could I forget that? So I'm boiling water over here because I'm going to start peeling and cutting these open. Alright, she's rinsing off the freaking, what are they called? Wrappers?
Don't get my face.
Where's the tattoo that I'm supposed to get?
Right here! Not my face. Let me see.
She's putting the skillet. She wants to show off her tattoo. Why are you Sagittarius is obsessed with tattoos, eating raw meat, being fucking weird as fuck? Okay, I guess she's gonna say it like that. I guess I didn't say this one. I said that one, but because I'm gonna use this one for the masa. But I guess we'll take it out by then.
And they're in a meeting.
And she's leaving me to do all this work by myself. Where's your stupid tattoo you wanted to show?
Come on, stop it!
Where's the tattoo? The Raider tattoo you wanted everybody to see.
I'll be off early.
Okay, so for these chilies, you're gonna take some kitchen scissors and cut them open, and then rinse all the seeds out of them because that's where all the heat's at. And I got all the seeds out of them except for this one seed right here. The fuck. And then go ahead and transfer them to hot water, and then put a teaspoon of salt or so in there and bring them to a boil. And then when they boil, cover them. Should I get the salt? Okay, I don't know where my salt is, so I'll do it off camera. And then now it's time to cover the meat. The meat has came to a boil. And make sure that bone's in there real good. For my jalapenos, I cut off the stem and took out the seeds. And now I'm just waiting for room so I could put them on to boil. And then I'll go from there. I'm gonna start cutting up my cheese in chunks, not chunks, like strips. I'm gonna cut my cheese in strips. I'm not gonna be able to make too many cheese and jalapeno tamales because I don't have that much cheese. I might have some Monterey Jack, so you can use Oaxaca is the best, but you can use Monterey Jack if you have that as well. I guess you could use cheddar if you really, really wanted to, but I don't want to. So that's, I'm choking away. It's ready to boil. So I'm going to give myself some relief by putting the lid on. Okay, I found room to boil these jalapenos. So they're boiling. I've shut this off and I'm about to put it into the blender. And then I cut the Oaxaca cheese in these little chunks. And yeah, these are done boiling. So get a bag and steam them in the bag. Okay, I actually went through and redid all of them because you have to clean all of it really good. I mean, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it good. Look at all that was gonna be in there. Hell no. I don't want that shit in there. So yeah. Now I'll refill it with hot water. Fun fact, I used to always make tamales with my homegirl's mom. She was my boss. Now she's my angel. My angel Juanita. I used to make tamales with her every year in the salon. The salon had a full-on kitchen. So we used to make tamales. She used to sling them. She used to sell them for like $18 or $20 a freaking dozen. But yeah. So we went to go get her pot from her storage, my homegirl's storage, and her freaking key was lost. And then her daughter supposedly had a spare key, and that key didn't fit. So we did not get her pot. So we're going to use the pot that I bought last year. I had a really nice ass pot, but me and my man one year made tamales all by ourselves. And it was really fucking difficult. And I was like, fuck that. We ain't never making them again. So I gave my fucking beautiful pot to my cousin. And so last year, we decided to make them again. And I had to buy a new pot. And we burnt the tamales. Like, we got drunk. And we weren't paying attention. And we burnt the tamales. So the whole pot almost blew up. So that's the pot I'm using, because I don't have another $30 to buy another pot. But the pot that my boss had, my boss, my angel, that was a freaking Princess House pot. It was like a fucking, I don't know, like $500 pot. I remember when she had the Princess House party. And she made me have a Tupperware party. We always had like parties at the salon. We had Avon going on, freaking Tupperware. They call it Topperware. The Hispanic people always call it Tupperware. Princess House. I didn't want to do Princess House because it was too damn expensive. And anyways, that's where I got my Tupperware. I had a lot of Tupperware, but I was nice one year, and I gave my man and his family like a Father's Day, like whatever, not gifts, Father's Day like food, because he was gonna have his family over, and all my Tupperware was brand new, and I sent him like potato salad, I sent him all kinds of stuff, and this freaking sister took all my pots. I mean, all my Tupperware. Of course, who wouldn't? I mean, it's fucking expensive. Like each bowl's like $30, and I had like 4 or 5 bowls that she took. So all I have is this colander, this big bowl, and that little bowl that I just showed. Okay, so my meat is done. It's been 2 hours. And you're just going to take all the meat out and separate it from the broth. And then you'll strain the broth. So just do all that. It'll take a while. I'm going to strain out the broth. Like that. Well, I'm gonna do it off camera. Alright, that's how it'll look. I didn't make very much broth because I let too much of the water boil out. So I made some chicken broth also, just in case I don't have enough broth for my sauce and my masa. So yeah, that's alright. That. So I got all the meat out. I separated everything. I took the bone out. I'm gonna save this bone for this little dog that knocks on my door. I'm gonna give it to him. And then here's all the like fat that obviously I don't want. So that's all coming out. And now I'm going to start to shred the meat. And if you shred it while it's still hot, it's easier to shred. So go ahead and start shredding. I chopped it all up. And now I'm gonna put it in this bowl. And if I see any extra little chunks, I mean, I like mine chunky, but I gotta make it for my family and her family. So, I have to make it stretch. All right, let's get started on grinding our spices. So I've got pepper, cumin, or comino, oregano, and salt. So you just start grinding it. Obviously, you can use powders if you want to, but why use powders when you can have it way more fresh this way? And then you're gonna add 3 cloves of garlic and grind those in. And I can't really do it because this is not my strong hand, plus my arm's been fucking hurting, so I'll obviously grind it in better with my other hand, but I'm holding my phone with the hand that I want to use. Ugh, my arm hurts. Anyway, so you're gonna grind it all up, and then apparently I like to do everything with my left hand, so I grinded it up with my left hand and put some water in there and get it nice and frothy, kind of like a little broth. Get all that stuff off that you grinded. Alright, I took all the chilies that we boiled and put them in there. Here's my little mixture that I made in the molcajete. That's going in there. And then I'm going to put a piece of onion, a big chunk of onion. I might put more, but we'll find out. I gotta taste it. And then a teaspoon of salt, and then like 2 teaspoons of chicken bouillon. It makes it salty too, so be careful. And then I'll do a cup of broth. Actually, I'm gonna do a cup and a half. And then I'll blend it and see how that goes. Okay, I really had to adjust it because Loopy cannot have anything that's too spicy. So I put another cup of this pork broth, and then I put more chicken bouillon, more salt. No, it's still spicy, so I wanted to save this for my masa, so I used a cup of chicken broth and put that in. And at this point, it's finally good to go. Like, I don't want it not spicy at all, but I don't want it too spicy because kids are going to eat it and stuff like that. Right, so now you're going to strain it. So don't mind my kitchen. It is a disaster from this. And plus, I'm doing it all by myself. So I think I made it a little runnier than I wanted to. However, I didn't want it spicy. I didn't want her throwing a fucking fit because I've made a lot of shit that's too spicy and she can't eat it. She's got I think she's got acid reflux or something. But now you're going to strain all of this. So all those little bits and pieces will not go into your sauce. You don't want that in there. Unless you have a bomb-ass Ninja or a Cuisinart blender that I don't have. I don't have anything fancy for cooking. The only thing I have is one Cuisinart, or however you say it, food processor that my TF bought me. If you know, you know. Yeah, so when you get to the bottom of it, to get the rest of the sauce out of it, you will put some more broth in there and it'll strip it out. But I'm gonna have to do this off camera because apparently it's already full. My pot's full, so it's not gonna let me finish it. So let me do that and I'll be back. It's all the stuff that you don't want in your sauce. I heat some oil up. My pan's on its last leg, look. I tried to clean my stove too, but I don't even want to scrub it down until I'm done. Yeah, I have to keep screwing it in with the screwdriver. Anyways, and then get your sauce that you strained and pour it in there. Alright, once it's all heated up, you can start adding the meat. And this is the last time that you get to test it out and see if it needs any seasoning. So I tested it, it's fine. And yeah, remember, I've been doing everything by myself. I'm freaking exhausted already, and I'm not even close to being done. Damn it, don't forget to reserve some of your sauce for your masa. I was like seconds away from forgetting that fucking part. What I wanted to do with these was steam them and then scrape that off, but I should have cooked them on the what's it called, on the stove, and did that. So I'm not gonna do that. So just slice these in little thin strips so they can go in your tamales. Because I have limited amounts of them, I'm not going to get like a whole one and wrap it. I'm just going to do like little strips and then put little strips inside and then a strip of cheese. Sorry, I'm over here cutting them while you can't see. Guess what? When I was looking at it, I'm like, that's not the starter. So I do have a bag of maseca. So I'm going, is it maseca or what is it? I have a bag of that one. I'm gonna have to make my own masa from here and not have a starter. I'm back in action. I went to the Mexican market and got their masa. However, it feels like the masa that I made, so I don't know if it's gonna be good either. I've had this one before. It's from Rio Ranch Market. It's not from Cardenas, and it's not that great. It wasn't that great last year. So it does not pass the water test. It sinks right to the bottom like mine did. I'm gonna put this lard in there, this little bit of lard I have left, and then my little bit of sauce. Oh, I'm drinking a Sprite. I decided to treat myself to a Sprite. And then I'm just gonna hope for the best. That's all I can do. So I spread it halfway. I didn't get to the outer edge because I don't want it to flop over. So you put meat in there and then close it to that one edge where there's nothing. Seal it and go like that. Flip it around and fold it like that and then seal the top. Of course, it's hard to do. My tamale pot that got burned last year. Okay, so I've got the water down in there, and I'm going to line that burnt area with this husk stuff, and that way, if it burns again, it can burn those and not the tamales. So here they are. I'm going to start putting them in. I mean, they are messy. It's just not fun making them by yourself. It's a struggle. And I always have problems with them. I'm always like, oh, I'm never going to do it again. And yet here I am. I got it all layered. And then you get a wet towel. Unless you have foil, which I don't have. Plus, I don't want fucking aluminum in my shit anyways. Well, this is an aluminum pan, but whatever. See. And then close it real tight so it can steam. And then put your lid on. And now it's going to be in there for an hour and a half. I'm going to start the cheese ones. So you're going to put a little thing of jalapeno in here. And a thing of cheese. I better put 2 things of jalapeno. And then close it up. So, I'm not, my sauce was too saucy, so it rolled right out. But I did all these, and I'm still waiting for these ones to be done. Takes a freaking hour and a half for each batch of them. So, these are, almost done. So they came out. Now I'm just going to wrap them up in parchment. Pig's giant pork bone, but put it on his side because I don't want him destroying.
What's
I don't
up?
want him destroying.
We're taking a break. We're not going to do Christmas this year. Simply not do Christmas. Wait, you're skipping.
I hope you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching.